Hey, it's Candice. I wanted to get on here today really to just give a word of encouragement for my friends out there that are creatives that recently maybe graduated college, that maybe have been graduated for over a year, um, that just kind of feel like, hey, I mean, I had all this excitement in college and in school, and I did all these things, and like now I can't seem to find you know, or my footing as a creative. I recently have just been visiting with some people. I've been able to mentor on ADP list. If you're a graphic designer, a videographer, um, somebody that works in tech, ADP list is so awesome. I'll put the link down below so you guys can jump on there. It's free for creatives. It's free for you to get mentoring. So, and it's not like an affiliate link or anything like that. This is just information that I wish I would have had after I graduated college. So, and this is kind of what I want to get into because I understand how it feels. I literally remember thinking, did like my professors, did my friends, did people lie to me while I was in college? They said I was talented and I'm not. They just didn't have the heart to tell me because I couldn't find a job. So when I got out of college, I went straight into an internship at an editorial place. And I was so grateful for that. So I graduated December, had an internship in January. So I was like, oh, this is great. Starting off wonderful, right? Well, at the end of the internship, they told me they had wanted to keep me. They had actually asked me not to apply to other jobs because they were really trying to figure out, like, in their budget as a company to keep me. But by the time my internship came up, they weren't able to. So then I started applying to other positions in the area, and I was not able to find anything. So I ended up just I actually moved back to Texas. So that was in Minnesota. And when I think it was like 8 months, 8 or 9 months, something like that, where I couldn't find I had a lot of interviews, but I couldn't find like a creative position for me as a designer. And there was a lot of things that I learned during that time too. There's certain ways that you have to present yourself. There was a job that I wanted so bad. It was a dream job for an advertising agency. And I remember I didn't even get an interview. And I was like, what? And I actually emailed the lady and asked her, why didn't I even get an interview? And again, she was very transparent and she let me know that the portfolio I had, because remember, I had a bachelor's in fine arts. So I had painting and drawing and all kinds of stuff on there, and not just my graphic design. So in my mind, I was thinking that I was showing diversity, that I was showing that I knew that I was trained like classically, and that I knew, color theory, things like this, lighting, even with the photography. So that's what I thought when I had it in my portfolio. But she let me know that that's not what they see when they're hiring you. That they see, well, are you more of a fine artist than a graphic designer? So once I learned that, then I started changing what I had in my portfolio to what I wanted to do. So there's something for you too. If you're working on your portfolio, making sure your portfolio represents the type of art that you are wanting to do. I do remember being on an interview, and to me this was wild, but it was a catalog that I had applied for because my internship was in print publication. So, with the degree and then the print publication background or the internship, I thought, well, it'd probably be easier for me to get into print. Um, Eventually it did, but at first it took a minute for me to get in there. So there was a job that I interviewed for, and the gentleman was so sweet, so nice. He loved my art. He loved everything that I was doing. But he was very open and transparent with me. And I'll never forget, he had told me, I really want to hire you. I want you here because I can feel like that, you would do a good job and all these things. But then he said, but I don't believe you would stay here. And I was like, what? And he told me because this job is kind of like tedious, and it's like it was literally just putting pictures and words on a page. And he goes, "You're very creative." Because of the portfolio I had showed, he goes, "You're very creative, and I feel like you would move on. And so I really just don't want to have you start here and then you're just going to leave in a year." So at the time, I was like, I won't leave. But I'm so grateful for him for being honest and transparent. And I just want to let you know that sometimes when you're a creative out there applying for jobs, not everybody's going to be transparent. So you might not have gotten that job because they see differently. And because when they're hiring somebody, they're wanting somebody that's going to stay, potentially grow, and like stay there in that company. So I just want to let you know, if you're a creative out here trying to find jobs, that it may not be that you're not able to, but that they can see that you probably won't stay there for the long run, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. But that was just something that I went through. I then moved back to Texas, and then I mean, again, took me a minute to find something, and I finally did. And I was very grateful for the company, the magazine company I worked for. So grateful. I worked from print production to senior designer to art director, and that company was so, so good to me. But I just want to let you know, if you're a creative out there, um, don't give up on it. Keep going out there, networking. The more you can network, the more you can meet people in the creative field, the better it is for you, because you might meet a copywriter that, that they're doing some copy or whatever for a magazine or a book, and then they think of you as the designer. Or you might meet a web developer that works for a company, who then sees that that company needs a brand, somebody who does logos and branding and whatever. So just making sure that you network with other graphic designers or other photographers, or but also network with creatives that are kind of outside of your category, because that's going to help you grow, and also could even potentially help you with your next job or position. Now, if you're a freelancer, networking is extremely important, because you have to have a community to grow. But yeah, I just wanted to share just some of my background today, and just let you guys know that do not give up, keep going, and ask questions. Anywho, I hope this helps, and I am just so grateful that I stuck with what I do. I love what I do. I get so excited with every just person that partners with me for their brand. And if you ever need anything as a brand, or if you ever need anything as a brand designer, I am here for you guys. So y'all have a great day. See you next time.